Tape alert, tape alert, tape alert, tape alert, tape alert.
All right, it's Tapealert, hottest in the city, and we got a hot up and coming artist coming out of San Antonio, Texas. Official 7098.
Sorry.
Let's get it, bro. How are you? How you feeling,
Man,
today?
blessed. I'm happy to be in New York, bro. I'm really
That's
happy to be here. I appreciate y'all too.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah,
We
bro.
appreciate you too, bro, coming on the platform. Let's get straight to it. Let's get straight to tell us about your upbringing and where you from. I want to start into that.
I'm from San Antonio, Texas. I lived in Houston for a little bit too, but I say I'm from San Antonio because I was like born there, raised there for real for the majority of my life. My upbringing was cool though, bro. Like I got two loving parents. Got loving grandparents. Everything was cool. Like it was just a different type of. I grew up. Like I was telling you, I when I first moved to San Antonio, I started going to an all like African school, African American based school. So I grew up really. We learned to like love ourselves, you know. Like, and my mom preached that, like just love being whoever I am, you know. So that's pretty much what my upbringing was, bro. Me just trying to figure out who I was, and I kind of found it through music for real.
All right, let's get it straight. I want to get straight into your early years though first, right? How was it growing up in San Antonio? You know what I mean? Before, because you tell like on your parents telling you like how to grow up and on this. So growing up in that lane or how they taught you, how was it growing up like that?
It was San Antonio's not like a bad place at all, but it's tough on creatives. You know what I mean? Because I've been a creative my whole life in many different aspects. And aside from being a creative, the only other thing I did was like play basketball. You know what I mean? But you kind of get it's more of a worker city to a certain extent. So you kind of get a weird vibe from people when you're a creative. It's not a lot of things geared towards that type of lifestyle, but it wasn't a hard city to grow up in, but it was harder for me because it was harder for me to find my way as a creative, you know? So that was that. I would say that was the only thing, because there was not a lot of stuff geared towards creative, especially creative kids that don't know what they want to do with their creativity yet. You know, like I didn't know I wanted to do music. I thought I wanted to do art at one point, clothing at one point, all this different stuff, but there wasn't a lot of things tailored to each of those categories for me growing up, you know? So that's pretty much all I would say. But I love San Antonio for what it is though, you know, like it helped me develop my creativity more than anything else, because there was nothing else for me to really do other than be in my own head, you know. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So we talked about San Antonio a little bit about your upbringing. Just to get more in your household, let's talk about growing up with both parents. How was that?
I grew up with both my parents in my life, but at one point I was just with one of my parents due to some, you know, a situation. And my pops was still there the whole time, you know what I mean? Everything was good. Like, so I can't really I feel like I grew up just like every other kid does, more or less, with their parents, but I can't really even say that because I grew up with a mom that like really I won't say like she just wanted, she saw nothing but preciousness in me and my sister, you know what I mean? Like she didn't want the ugly of the world to come in and intervene with our mindsets, how creative we were, how much we weren't traditional kids, you know? So growing up like that, my mom was just very much, she treated us like we were gold, bro. You know what I mean? Like she saw nothing but good in us, and even in situations where we did bad, she let us know after she spoke to us about the bad we did every time that, you know, it's okay to mess up most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to mess up sometimes. It's okay to do what you did, but I'm just letting you know what you did wasn't right, you know? So my mom never cussed at us, never really talked to us crazy, nothing like that, you know what I mean? So it was a different way to grow up. I'm really grateful for how I grew up, you know?
That's what's up.
Yeah, and my pops was just a great pops. He's a great dude, you know? Somebody that I definitely can say, like, I would like to be like when I grow up, you know? Like, I feel like a kid should feel about their father, you know?
Yes, sir.
So it was, growing up with my parents was a vibe, bro.
Wow, and that's what's up, because like in a lot of situations, a lot of especially in the black community, believe it or not, it's like the statistics of people having a father in their life and compared to not, because I'm one that grew up with their pops in my life, but
Yeah.
all my friends, a lot of them I don't, they didn't. So it's like, I said as to say, it's very different, but we got to be grateful for that. You know what I
Man,
mean?
grateful. And because, I mean, growing up with a pops is one thing, but growing up with a pops that you actually, like, look up to, respect, and you see yourself listening to and gaining knowledge and stuff like that, that's an even different statistic, because
Mhm.
it's some pops that really feel like since they got the things that they got on their own,
Mm.
it's your job to grow up. Why would you, like, I'm growing up the same way you grew up then. What's the whole point of
Wow.
this whole parent? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's just like, yeah, like this is really rare, bro, and it's something that as a black man I'm grateful for because I saw a lot of that as well, bro.
Word.
You know,
Word, that's what's up. Now, we're going to continue on a little bit. Did you grow up religious or not? How was that in the household?
I grew up. I was a church kid, definitely. Like I used to praise dance, bro. I was in the choir. I led devotion. I did everything like that. I was in the church for a while. Like I grew up. My mom's very, very, very religious. You know, my dad's religious too, but my mom's like she grew up like a church kid too. So that was a tradition that I kind of got launched into at an early age. Yeah, I did. Um, and I still, you know what I'm saying. After that, I still pursued God. You know, try to get closer with God. So I will still say to this day I am religious to a certain extent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's
Yeah.
what's up, bro. That's definitely what's up. All right, we're gonna continue on, right? I want to ask you a couple questions about the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
How did the pandemic affect your career, if any?
It
Yeah.
helped
Okay.
100%. I feel like anybody, there's so much good in any bad situation, right?
Mm.
For something that horrifying to happen to the world, as long as I feel like as long as you focused on what good you could provide to that situation, there's a lot of good that came out of this bad situation. You know what I mean? Like there's been plagues, there's been all sorts of stuff that's happened in the world. That kind of stuff is gonna continue, but we can't really fault God for the lessons we gotta learn and stuff. So the pandemic, it helped us because man, I was just locked in a cave making music the whole time. Honestly, like I that was a year and a half still going on pandemic, and it was perfect for us because all we did was get to play chess the whole time, figure stuff out, lose pieces, figure
Yeah.
stuff out, lose pieces.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now we're just kind of like trying to get our pawn across the board and shit. So
Right.
that was it wasn't that great of a time, bro, as far as the learning process goes, but I wouldn't change anything about it because I learned so much about myself during the pandemic in general, you know.
Wow. Yeah, facts, facts.
Not to be selfish because I know a lot of people lost stuff, but
Yeah,
I'm sure they learned a lot about themselves in them situations too, you know.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
And so can you continue to the next question? How did the pandemic affect your family, if any? Like the immediate ones.
Honestly, I had people in my family that lost family members due to it, but it was crazy, bro. Like it really it helped a lot of situations with my family, like immediate and not immediate, you know what I'm saying? But my immediate family was blessed, bro. Everybody's
God.
blessed. Everybody's still alive, well, everybody flourished.
What's up? Word,
You
that's
know,
what's
some
up.
people got new businesses, all sorts of stuff. So
Wow.
yeah, I think that we really used it to our benefit and kind of got closer as a family too, you know?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. I'm glad to
Yeah.
hear that, man. All right, so we talk about, let's get straight into your career, right? Let's talk about what first got you into music.
Um, the first person that got me into music was, I would credit Lil Bow Wow. I feel like he inspired me so much just because he was so talented at such a young age. Like, you know what I mean? And he gets a lot of backlash for like current stuff. You know, they like to find a celebrity to pick on, you know, but I feel like he's just one of them dudes that I can never let off that pedestal just because I haven't seen anybody that young ever do anything like that before. Like he was selling out arenas, bro,
Mm-hmm.
as a child. Like, you know what I mean? That's hard for adults to do. Adults with long careers to do. So it's just like his mayhem was different, bro. Like, and I talk about because I reach out to a certain list of celebrities and I speak highly of them to them when they like reach a new accolade in life and stuff like that. Anything, any small thing that happens, I'll reach out to him. Like when Drake won Artist of the Year, I DM'd him and congratulated him for that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Just because I don't know, I like to do that. Even if they don't see it, I don't care. I'm just putting that
Mm-hmm.
energy their way. But
Mm-hmm. Nah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
yeah. But probably my mom and my dad, bro. My dad had a record label. My mom was always around music, so I was always around music. I listened to music more than anything. We spent a lot of time in the car when I was a kid. We listened to all sorts of music. It's mostly gospel. I didn't really hear no rap music on my own, bro, till I turned like, other than like Lil Bow Wow them, I didn't really hear my own rap music until like sixth grade, bro. It was
Mm-hmm.
late. I got onto music like rap music late. All I listened to was soul and gospel.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah, bro.
So
Crazy.
what would you say inspired you to make music then? Because you know, like you talk about, would you say it was Bow Wow and those artists you was listening to, or the soul or gospel? Tap into that.
Probably it started with me just writing, bro. And I think the artists that I was listening to when I first started, like I can remember, um, I remember I remixed like Tyler the Creator. Um, I was inspired by like how they were so young doing all the stuff me and my friends wanted to do. Like
Mm-hmm.
they were like recording all these cool ass YouTube videos, making music and stuff. I was like, damn, I want to do something like that, like
Mm-hmm.
unordinary, you know, from down where I'm from in San Antonio. But
Mm-hmm.
Drake, early on, Chance the Rapper, I believe, uh, Isaiah Rashad ish, like at that age. But it's the inspiration was from a lot of places, bro. Just because I wanted to do some J Cole. You know, like these were people that Wale, people that I listened to at that time, and I felt like they were regular dudes like me that just were good at making music. And I was like, damn, like I'm as regular as they come, bro. Like if I can find a style and get good at this, I might can do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
Cause uh, I knew the likability was on my side with people. I'm pretty good with people, but making them buy into my craft was a little different. But
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely what my inspiration was, bro. Definitely, like looking back at it, these are questions like the questions you're asking me are good because there's a lot of stuff in life I don't really think about until I'm asked about it, like
Mm-hmm.
my upbringing and stuff like that. I never think about that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but yeah, man, I would say like Drake, Chance the Rapper,
That's
Kendrick, people like that, you know.
Tape alert, tape alert, tape alert, tape alert.